Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Let's have a talk about study plan. It is one of the essays that you must provide if you want to succeed in the Global Korean Government Scholarship. Your study plan, your statement of purpose, and also your recommendation letter. I must say, if it depends on me, they are more important than even your grades. You might have very good grades in school, but if you cannot translate your grades in your writing, if you're not able to show how motivated, if you're not able to show your passion for the major you want to study in South Korea, it's going to be difficult for you, not just in South Korea, it's going to be very difficult for you to obtain a scholarship in any country, which is why you have to be very careful when writing your study plan, and you have to be more careful when writing your statement of purpose. And you should also pray that the person recommending you should write something really, really positive about you in their LOR. So in this video, we are going to talk about study plan. What is the study plan? It is important to note that the GKS study plan is some kind of unique, based on the fact that you're going to study in a country that uses Korean language as the official language, especially for bachelor's degree students. I always tell students who want to study, do their bachelor's degree. I know a lot of students who've been unable to complete their degree program because of the language. So you have to be really, really careful. You have to make sure you take your study plan seriously. You have to be careful with Korean language, most of all. So, having given that warning, let's go ahead and look at how you can go about writing the GKS study plan. It is important to note that there are 3 sections in the GKS study plan. There are 3 sections. Let me begin by sharing my screen, and then we will talk about those 3 sections. Now, the GKS study plan is Form 3. Let me share this on Facebook before I proceed, please. Please make sure you help me in spreading the life into different areas, be it on your Facebook page, if you are on, I don't know, WhatsApp groups, you can share it there. If you can share it everywhere, please make sure you do that, because in most cases, if you ask me to help you review your personal statement study plan, the first thing is, what am I gaining in spending 3 hours to go through your essays if you cannot do the basics of helping to share, make the channel grow as well? Now, the study plan is divided into 3. The first one is the language study plan. They want you to tell them how you're going to improve in your Korean language. And the second one is your study of goal and study plan. And the last one is your future plans after your studies. Let's begin with the first one. Language study plan. They want to see if you're motivated in studying in Korea. They don't want to give this scholarship to someone who is going to abandon their studies. That's why you have to show prove to them that you have passion to study in South Korea. You will be traveling miles. For example, if you're coming from Africa, it's almost 24 hours from an African country to South Korea. It's a long distance, and you will be away from your parents, your family, which means you might become homesick. You need to prove to them that you can break every barrier to go and live in South Korea, begin your studies, and then take it to the logical end. That is why they want you to convey it to them in the form of your motivation for your degree program. So what do you think you can write at the level of your language study plan? Basically, the best way for you to go about this is for you to prove to them that you've already started taking the baby steps to get to know Korean language, which means by now you should be able to learn Hangul, A, I, U, E, O. I always tell people Korean language is one of the easiest language. If I compare it with Japanese language that I'm struggling to learn like right now, Korean language is the easiest. They can teach you Korean alphabet, Hangul, in less than 2 hours. But Japanese language, people die without being able to learn kanji, which is the Chinese character. Both languages, Korean language and Japanese language, were highly influenced by China. But I don't know, but I can say Korean language does not have that much influence from China, apart from the counting system that is a bit different. Either way, let's get back to the study plan. You have to make them understand that you've already started learning Korean language. You're able to read, you're able to write certain things, you're able to have some amount of communication. You can say 안녕하세요, 잘 지냈어요, 어떻게 지냈어요, 어디에 갑니까, 어디에 살아요. You should be able to have basic communication by now. That will prove to them that you're really interested in studying in South Korea. You must prove to them that you've already gone to websites like Korean, how do they call it? KoreanLanguage101.com, how to study Korean language, Korean from zero. There are many websites. There are also many influencers online teaching Korean language. Show to them that you've already taken those baby steps. That's the first one. You've already started from your home country. And then now, when you get to South Korea, what are the things that you've been thinking that you will do? You tell them that you would probably join clubs, Korean language clubs, Korean language groups. There are many Korean language groups where foreigners meet to learn Korean language. You'd go to library during your off hours when you don't have class to learn Korean language. You would make Korean friends. Those are the things that you should be thinking that you would write. You've already figured out how you will go about learning Korean language. There are websites that can help you to take Korean tests. There are websites that have topic past test. Mention them that you've already started learning those things and that when you get to Korea you will continue. You have to prove to them. Don't write rubbish. Write important facts, things that are important in this small space, to prove to them that you've already figured out how you will start learning Korea to the point where you would be able to sit topic, take the topic test and then pass so that you can then transition to your degree program. They want to see that you've already thought about everything. So that's what you should be writing in the first section. Language study goal. Go to library, make Korean friends, join clubs, utilize online resources to learn about Korean test, YouTube, websites that teach how to learn Korean language. Those are the resources. I have another video on the study plan. I'll provide a link up there, maybe up here later on. You can click that video. That video already has, I think, about 7,000 views by now. That was the first study plan video that I made when I was doing my PhD. So I'll provide a link to that one. You should also watch it because it has contained important information that will help you. Now let's go to the second one. Goal of study and study plan. Tell them what is the reason why you're going for your major. What is the motivating factor? What made you to choose this major? You must have figured out something. You must have seen something in your home country that you're thinking about solving. So your goal is to make sure you learn and then find a solution to that problem. But you cannot just find a solution to that problem without knowing where you can get that solution, which means you must know the university that you want to study at in South Korea. You must have gone to their website. You must have looked at their course outline. They have certain courses that you think if you study that major, you would learn that course and then you would acquire a particular knowledge that will help you to solve that problem, be it in your home country or in any part of the world. So your goal of study is to learn that particular major in that particular university so that you would acquire knowledge to solve that particular problem. So you must know the course outline of the university. I know some universities do not have their course outline online. That I know. But you can still try to go to other university websites and look at that same major, see if they have the course outline and try to improvise and pick up some important information, or if possible, go to the website if you can find information about the different professors in your major. Most professors have articles that they've written, they have books that they've written. It is online. Go into details, see what those professors have written, then you would understand their area of research. At this level, I'm already getting to the level of master's and PhD. This might be something that will be complicated for undergraduate students because right now undergraduate is ongoing. The application is ongoing for those who would want to study in South Korea in 2025. But you must have a goal of your study. So you have to come up with a detailed study plan. It's always nice to even think about it either in terms of semester per year until you graduate. They want to see that you've already figured out how you would learn Korean language, how you will go about doing your major from the first year to the final year, which means you must have looked at the course outline for your major and how you think you would study. It's very important for me to insist here. Learning undergraduate in South Korea in Korean language is going to be difficult if you don't take Korean language seriously, especially for the majors that are 100% Korean language. If this is it, the Korean language that we speak on a normal daily basis, it's going to be different from what you would learn in class. Because on a normal basis, I will not call physics. I will not talk about calcium. I will not talk about ions. I will not talk about formulas to a normal person. But when you would get into class and they start teaching, it's like normally on a normal daily basis, what are we doing with those things that you hear in chemistry? But you know those things in chemistry because English is your first language. But now when you go, it's difficult for you to come across most of those concepts that you would get in classroom when studying things like physics, maths, chemistry. I guess you understand what I'm trying to say. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that you have to make sure you take Korean language very seriously. Don't joke with Korean language, because most undergraduate degree programs, don't forget about the fact that you would see some of them 100% English. Forget. You would go to some universities, there will be some important courses that you would want to select. You would find out that those courses are in Korean language, and those courses might be very important for you to acquire a certain knowledge. So you have to take Korean language seriously. You have to look at the course outline and figure out how you, because the truth is, you would have to make sure you learn even after studies to come to speed. There will be things that you will learn in class you will not understand. You would have to go home and then try to learn on your own and understand. So you have to think about all of that. Now, future plan. Trust me, it's not a bad thing to say that you will finish your studies and see if you can obtain a job in South Korea. It's not a problem. You can tell them that after acquiring your knowledge, you would want to contribute to build the Korean society by using the knowledge that you've acquired in school, by looking for a job. It's totally fine. It's also totally fine to tell them that you would want to continue and get to the level of a master's and a PhD, probably because you want to become a university professor or maybe a high school teacher or something, which is why you have to start thinking about what you want to become and then explain it in this future plan after studies. They just want you to tell them, what are your goals after you have completed your studies? Are you thinking of going back to your home country to solve the problem that you had identified, and you thought that, okay, obtaining the scholarship to study in South Korea will help you acquire that knowledge to go and solve that problem back in your home country? For example, for those who want to be a nurse, maybe they lack nurses in their home country, and obtaining a scholarship to go and study nursing in South Korea, because they know South Korea has a very good health system, it will give them the necessary knowledge to go and contribute in helping patients because their country lack nurses. It's also a future plan. You must figure out something that you will do after your studies. It's very important. So the study plan is a very important document in the application process to obtain the Global Korean Government Scholarship, or the GKS scholarship. It doesn't matter if it's for Gks-U or Gks-G. Gks-U is Global Korean Scholarship for undergraduate students. That is for those who want to do either a bachelor's degree that has 2 tracks. That's university track and embassy track. University track, you send your documents to the university in South Korea. Embassy track, you send your documents to the university, to the embassy in your home country. Embassy track means you submit it to the local embassy, South Korean embassy in your home country, or an associate degree. It's important to note that university track has 2 options. There is regional GKS, and then there is UIC, University Industry Corporation. University Industry Corporation, those are just universities that have a link with companies in South Korea, which means you might have the opportunity to go and do some practicals in some companies in South Korea while studying. So I'll provide a link to the past study plan down in the description. This video has been very long. Hopefully tomorrow we will make a video on how to apply through embassy track. There is already a video on the channel on how to apply through university track. I already have another video on how to apply through embassy track for last year. You can still use that video. We will also look at how to go about converting CGPAs and others. Hopefully I'll be online every evening this coming week. I don't know, it all depends on how I will feel after I get back home from work. That being said, if you know you've not yet subscribed to the channel, make sure you do subscribe. And for those who are providing a thumbs down on the video, it's okay, go ahead and provide it. If you want to kill the video, go ahead and provide it. I don't have any moral responsibility, if I can say that, to continue providing these videos. If you don't want me to continue providing the videos, go ahead and place a thumbs down. But one thing is very certain: if I have already said something in my videos and you ask a question, I will provide you but a link for you to go and watch it, because some of you don't watch. You just come and ask your questions in the comment section. You have to watch and then understand better. We are visual human beings. When you see things, you understand better, rather than just, though reading is also visual, but watch the videos and understand better. If you want to succeed, there is another video, beginner's guide in the Global Korean Government Scholarship. I talked about the documents that you must first read before you begin with your application. If you really want to succeed, you should probably look for it down in the description. The video is down in the description. That being said, subscribe, like, and I will see you tomorrow, or maybe later on, I don't know. Bye bye.